Oh, hello there. Sorry, I was just doing some reading and I didn't see you there. So sorry to keep you waiting. Um, anyway, yes, just doing some homework here on a Monday night. I know this is the first time that I haven't done my video before my class, but I had some other things to do today. So there you go, Becky. I wasn't able to do my video in the morning today. I was talking to Derek about how our channel really is kind of failing, and it's sad because I know that Becky and Jen have both put effort into it and they're trying to make their videos and they're not uploading, so we do need to do something about this because right now it's just like Derek and I talking to each other, and I love talking to Derek, but I can do that on the phone. So yeah, we figure that Jen's issue probably is derived from some sort of PC thing that can be worked out, and Becky, that you just have to go to Starbucks to upload your video because we're not going to replace you. You have to be on the channel, and we'll find a Thursday person, people, whatever, but we have to solve this problem and build some momentum. That's what we have to do. So yes, I have two questions, of course, of my own to answer. One of them was the question of track how much time you spend doing things. So yes, from my conversation with Kristen, I was interested to know how much time I spent on school stuff, on nanny stuff, and on my TA, my faculty assistant thing. So I did track hours this week, and it came back that school, I spent about 30 hours on school stuff, and I actually had a class that was canceled. This was a weird week. Like, I had a class that was canceled, and then nannying was a little different because, like, of a homework situation, and they had Friday off. It was kind of a weird week. But, yes, so about 30 hours on school, 17 hours on nanny stuff, and 8 hours on my TA business. So, there you go. That's my tracking hours. Sorry that you hate the hours tracking project, Derek, but I hope that the rest of you tracked something because I'm just interested to know what are you spending time on and how much are you spending. It's interesting, but it is kind of nice that this week I'm not going to have to track anything anymore, although I am supposed to track my TA hours because I get paid by the hour. But anyway, so Derek asked a good question about what is the allowable age difference for a dating relationship. And I think this is something I used to be much more strict on in my younger years. But now, you know, you see so many different things these days that you just say whatever. But anyway, so I thought about it a little bit, and I think in general anything could go. I don't know. I'm gonna have to edit this because I don't like what I just said there. But I do think that when you're younger, age difference is a bigger deal. So the whole difference between a 19-year-old and a 24-year-old, that is a little bit too big of a difference. Even though 5 years I don't think is that bad. As you get older, I think age matters a little bit less, or age difference matters a little bit less. But if I were looking at this as my friend, I would say that if she were dating a guy who was more than 5 years younger than her, I would be a little concerned at any age, I think. Or at my age, I don't know. I think 5 years is a lot at this age, and we would have to sit down and talk about that. I do think there's a little bit more leeway going in the opposite direction. I don't know if that's just my socially constructed whatever views, and maybe it's wrong, but I would say going the other direction, if my friend were dating a guy who was more than 10 years older than her, or getting on 10 years older than her, then I would show some concern. So that's what I think. There's some leeway. You could convince me, you know, that it was okay or not okay. I mean, a shorter age gap could be not okay too, you know, whatever. It's an interesting question. So that's the only questions I have to answer because we had no Becky and no Jen. But my question for this week is, we're in October now, and this might be a little premature, but I was just wondering, what is the best Halloween costume you have ever done? For me, I didn't really think through all of my Halloween costumes, but my last Halloween was in Kyrgyzstan. And I did think that I had a pretty good Halloween costume. I dressed up as one of my students, and she was a very distinctive student, Jamal. All the volunteers knew her. She was very well known, and she had some distinctive clothing and hat attire. So, yeah, I wore her clothes and wore her hat and smiled a lot because she smiled. So, yeah, I dressed up as Jamal last year, and it was funny. So, I think that's mine, and I'm actually under 6 minutes, so I think I better just go and keep it short for this week, and that would be awesome. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Hope to see some videos. Bye, guys.